Welcome to Still Havens. My name's Logan. We're coming at you tonight from the radio room. And I've got a question for you. I'm calling all fingerstyle guitarists out there who are willing to answer this question. Do you plant your pinky finger on the guitar when you finger pick? Now, I know this could come down to your own personal preferences and musical styles, and there is, in my opinion, no universal right or wrong answer. I'll tell you personally myself, I find it easier to finger pick if I don't have my pinky planted on the guitar. Now, I do totally agree that a light pinky touch can provide stability and control, but just when I play, I find when I anchor it down, it just hinders my movement. But I want to know what you do. There are some highly skilled players way better than myself, trust me, I know that do plant their pinky when playing fingerstyle. Some notable names that I'm sure you've heard of are Tommy Emmanuel, Chet Atkins, and even Merle Travis himself. From my own research just on YouTube, I found that most players do plant their pinky when they're playing. But then there are highly skilled players that don't plant their pinky. Two names that come to mind immediately are Leo Kottke and Pat Metheny. Now, from what I've seen, these players never really plant their pinkies. But if I'm wrong, if you've seen them do it, let me know. One player who I think is amazing, who I follow regularly on YouTube, is Dave Dager. He seems to plant his finger a lot of times, but sometimes does not. And speaking of Dager, he's also played with one of my favorite fingerstyle guitarists ever, Justin Johnson, who I know that you know. Now, Justin, I know, does a little of both. It seems that he is completely fluid either way, and whatever he does, to me, honestly, sounds absolutely incredible. I mean, the guy is just so good. You know, who can really argue with what he does? I certainly can. If you're unfamiliar with any of these players I've mentioned, I highly recommend you go check them out. And the last name I'm going to mention, somebody you may not have heard of, but you need to, is Dick Rosmini. Now, there isn't an abundant amount of information out there on Dick Rosmini. Trust me, if you listen to some of his stuff that is available, he is an incredible fingerstyle guitarist. And I definitely want to give a shout out to our own subscriber, Dan, who led me to Dick Rosmini, because before that, I did not know of him. And I want to know if anybody has any information on Dick Rosmini. Did he plant his pinky when he played? Because the guy is absolutely incredible. So back to the question at hand. Do you plant your pinky on the guitar when you play fingerstyle? And again, I really don't think there's any universal right or wrong answer. I really just want to know where the general audience is with this nowadays. And hey, if you want to see me finger pick, check out some videos on the channel. A lot of them are geared towards beginners and intermediate players. I think the most advanced thing I have on here right now is Simon and Garfunkel's cover of Angie. But yes, Paul Simon stands alone. Thanks so much for tuning in to Still Havens tonight. We really appreciate that you're here, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.